Hello everyone, welcome to Lush and Salty Aquariums. Alright, we're looking at this very active nano aquarium. It used to be my bonsai tree tank, but I took the bonsai tree leaves, which were the Monte Carlo plant that you see there, removed them from the top of the bonsai tree ornament, and placed a couple Ciro stone, I can never say that quite right, those white stones you see, as anchor weights for the Monte Carlo, and basically plopped it down in the center of the tank. Cleaned up all the plants around it, those lovely cryptocorn, God, I'm having a problem pronouncing, but that lovely jungle of stemmed plants, crypts as they're called, surrounding the Monte Carlo still life in the center, and some dwarf hair grass just here to the right, now representing this absolutely lovely, pristine, planted aquarium. Some of the changes I've done in this tank over the couple years it has been set up is I reverted to a sponge filter that you see there in the back versus the hang-on back filter I used to have, and obviously removed the bonsai tree and trimmed some of the other plants considerably. Now, considerably implies that there were actually more plants than you see here now, and indeed there were quite a few more plants, and I just hadn't known how thick the foliage had gotten until I removed the tree from the center and saw how the back had become just dense. And so I did a massive amount of pruning, and I also added some livestock to this tank from other tanks. Nothing new. These are ruby tetras, and they used to be in a tiny desktop aquarium in which I never saw them. And then I added a handful of fry, which are now getting fat and plump. These are juveniles becoming adults of the coral platy. And then I have existing schools of ember tetras and phoenix rasbora. Those are all reddish fish, different tones of red, so this tank is definitely themed red. In addition, I added more Pygmy Corydoras into this tank from other tanks. There's one there. There's really actually quite a few in there. I have two varieties in here, the salt and pepper, which you see one sitting and one moving, and then the even smaller Pygmy Corydora. These are salt and pepper, I believe Hasbrosus catfish, and then the pygmies are another strain, the smallest strain of Corydora. They're all in here. There's probably a few Autosynclus as well, a few random shrimp, cherry shrimp, ornamental shrimp, and the ubiquitous ram's horn snails. I'm so pleased with this tank. I was trepidatious about taking out the bonsai tree ornament. It had worked so well, too well actually, but I was hesitant to fix something that wasn't broken per se, but I am so glad I did, because now I can see so many things going on in this tank that I absolutely could not before. And while it is heavily populated for a small aquarium, everybody is tranquil and pleasingly plump, but not too fat, not too lazy. Schooling not tightly, but intermingling with the other fish that are of similar size and color, creating a wonderful mosaic of red. It truly is a desirable aquascape by happenstance. Crypts are my favorite plant. Do I have to explain why? They just offer so many things. The stems that create a jungle effect, but yet thin so you could see through. The purple, green, yellow of the leaves, some variegated, some not. It's slow growing, it likes low light. everything about this plant is desirable if you're a fish keeper. Dwarf hairgrass, this was dying away when I had the massive canopy of the bonsai tree, and now it's rebounding nicely. And of course the center feature turned out better than I ever expected. I anticipated die-off of Monte Carlo. That did not happen, and it has this really nifty sort of very natural and accidental aquascape center feature that I thought was going to look haphazard and feature a lot of dying and algae growth. None of that happened, so I'm very pleased. What do you think? Pretty lovely tank. Your opinions would be absolutely valued. Hit me up. Questions, tips, thoughts. I'd love to hear from you. As always, keep your hands in the tank. Ciao for now.